Oh, wow. Okay, the computer says I'm live. I'm gonna put my mouse to the side, and I'm just going to assume that everything works okay. Please let me know in the comments. Hello everybody that is online. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me, because I have not done this in quite some weeks and I'm not sure if it still works. Hello Johan. I'm just going to assume that everything works okay. And yeah, thank you. Okay. So, long time no see. I've been gone for a while now, and today I just decided, you know what, I had this burst of creativity, and I'll explain why. Because I've decided to just go again on a holiday, and today I decided, you know what, I'm gonna start painting again. I'm gonna start doing stuff. Hello Marlena, thank you for joining. Hi everybody. By the way, I used to have all this set from julliemaggi in this kind of tiny boxes, but then I had too many boxes, so I still kept this one here, and I did buy a bigger set, and I moved them into this chocolate box. And this is actually a chocolate box, but I really love this chocolate box. Barcelona is from Barcelona. Because it has this Art Nouveau kind of girl in the middle, and it looks really cool. So and then I put them all in it, the artist palette and everything. And it's nice because it is a tin. They have magnets on the back. So I made kind of like this palette here, and then I have the other tiny ones left over. So yeah, I really like working with these tins. They're really nice. So I'm gonna put it aside. This is a painting I did a while ago, and I kind of stopped painting for a while. So just gonna come up and say it because it happens to the best of us. I think I got a little bit, let's say, burned out by work. I mean, I do have a job. 9 to 5. It's never been 9 to 5, but I do have a job, and I'm going to start painting, by the way. But it just got too much, and then I just couldn't paint anymore. I couldn't do much anymore. By the way, I'm gonna use this palette, and I'm gonna use them all. I'm gonna explain to you what I'm gonna do. But I wanted this red, and I wanted to pair it up with this nice potter's pink, these two colors, for the main flower, like this awesome red here. Yeah, this is gonna be nice. I'm using my number 6. I'm wondering if I should use my number 6 or my number 4. I think maybe I should try first with the number 4. Okay, and yeah, I think I worked a little bit too much, and I was a little bit too burnt out. I was very tired after every day of work, and when I'm tired, I'm not doing very good art. I mean, if you watch my Instagram, I'm not very proud of the latest stuff that I've done. There's still stuff, but it's not my best work, let's put it this way. And I really needed some headspace. So what did I do? I actually went to, by the way, I have a tiny ceramic plate here. I'm gonna use it to scoop up some paint. I really like the ceramic plate. It's like a tiny plate. So I went on vacation with my husband, and we went to Edinburgh, and I have to say that it was the most amazing week. The city is beautiful. I got such a spark of creativity. I did lots of like filming, and I saw a lot. I just wanted to paint again, because you know, when you go to a city like that, it just sparks your ideas, like what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it. So, you know, it's been a long time. And today I decided, okay, I'm gonna paint. Luckily I had this already painted, as in already drawn. It's a composition I've done a while ago, and I'm really happy I had it, because if I had to draw and paint in the same time, maybe I would have been too overwhelmed. But yeah, this is what's been going on lately. Sometimes you have to take time. My body was not really happy. I think I've been quite sickish. And no, not with, you know, the cold. It's just like exhaustion. I was sleeping a lot. And I just didn't want to do it. By the way, also, I wanted a couple of weeks back to start, but I also kind of fractured my ankle, so that happened. Made me a little bit more grumpy than usual. And that's okay. We'll survive. But anyway, Edinburgh was nice. I have to say that it is one of the nicest cities that I've ever been into. And that says a lot, because I go a lot to Amsterdam and other cities. So, you know, some people like Amsterdam, some people don't like it. But if I were to make some comparisons, yeah, I like it more. It's the old parts, the stones, the alleyways. It's so magical, and I've been to a magical stuff. Yeah, Johan says yes. Edinburgh is one of the best looking awesome cities we visited. Yeah, that's true. This is where I said I wanted to start my witchy series again, because we've been to this it's called the Cauldron. It's kind of a bar where you learn to make cocktails as potions. It was really nice. I made quite some videos on that, and I had a smile on my face. I haven't had a smile on my face in so long, but the entire time I just had a big grin on my face, because it was so awesome. And I enjoyed it so much, and I was like, oh, I'm going to paint potions again, and I'm gonna do stuff again, and you know, it's just, yeah, it's nice to get the boost like that. So I'm back, and with a new renewed energy of what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna do it. And now I'm painting this peony, which is really nice. You might wonder, will this actually work? I'm hoping. I'm going to darken it with the hazel red, and it's gonna be on the base of the petals. So let's see how that goes. I'm really liking the ceramic plate. Handmade watercolors, that's also so nice. And I've decided I'm going to just do this, and then I was actually drawing just before the live stream. I started drawing, so not watercoloring but drawing, and I wanted to make some designs, some round designs, because I wanted to have some extra designs for how do you call those, coasters, you know, those thingies where you put your beer bottles, etc., etc. It's probably because I've been to a nice city that I got some inspiration, and I want to do something with the moon again. So I was just drawing. Maybe not my best flowers yet, because I haven't tried drawing and painting in a long time, so I'm a little bit rusty, but it's okay. It's really okay. I'm not all too worried. It will come back to me, I'm sure, and I'll do great. Yeah, hopefully I don't get bogged down anymore like that by work. I've made an agreement with myself to do more normal hours and everything, and I intend to keep it, because I really miss having the time and the energy to do this, because it's so awesome to draw and to paint. And in Edinburgh there were lots of artists. We've been to a shop where we saw it from the taxi when we came there, and it was a t-shirt shop. Really cool t-shirt shop. And we met with the guy that makes the t-shirts. Initially we thought they were just printed, but no, he made them manually with like how do you say, how did you have to make the cocktails? Oh, how did I have to make the cocktails? Okay, I'm going around. So you get the cauldron, you get the wand, you get all your potions, which secretly has gin and rum in it and all that stuff. So all the ingredients for the cocktails. And you get some instructions, and you need to make some spells, and then you end up with a cocktail. And it's really nice. You got some, of course that's not known in the cocktail world, but some of the cocktails were so nice that it changes color. So you make a potion and you put a little drop of something, so it goes from purple to red and so on. It was really nice. And yeah, you had some hidden compartments, and then you had to use your wand. I'm assuming it was just a magnet kind of at work kind of thingy, but you were using your wand to, you know, open certain drawers. You had a kind of witch cabinet, and then inside there were more potions, were more booze. I think we had like 4 or 6. No, in total it was about 6 cocktails we had, which is really nice. I was actually thinking of drawing some cocktails because that was so fun. I just wanted to make a vlog out of that, and I actually filmed a lot. And I think I'm going to use that one. By the way, I'm gonna use this new, I got some new colors called Rembrandt, from Rembrandt, and they're the dusk colors. You know, a lot of people have reviewed them. I was never able to buy them for now, but then I got an alert, because I could put an alert on the shop I usually buy, which is the Van Beek in the Netherlands. There's a shop here. I don't buy from England because it costs too much. And they had the tubes, not the pans, so some people buy the pans. They had the tubes. And indeed, the dust colors are really nice, super granulating. They look a little bit like the Japanese ones. So, yeah, they're really nice. So I bought the tubes. There's just 4 tubes, right? There's not many. All the other colors from the Rembrandt line are just normal colors that I have anyway on every other. I'm not gonna use it again. I have them from every other brand, so I only bought these ones, and they're really nice. I'm gonna show you how it looks like. So after I do these flowers, I'm gonna show you how they look like if I draw them on not hot press, but cold press watercolor, because they're really super granulating. So when I'm using them here. This was the dusk violet. It looks really nice as a violet color, but because the surface is not too big, you're not gonna see the super granulating. Because super granulating, you need a little bit more water. But I'll show you on my etcher sketchbook how it's gonna look like once I'm done. And yes, I'm going to deepen all these colors. They're not gonna be like that. So, and I bought those colors just before I went on holiday. I had a shopping spree kind of thingy. And they arrived while I was gone. Luckily my mom was here because, okay, somebody had to stay with the kids, aka the cats, because we were gone a week, and my mom accepted to stay here with the cats. She took care of them, you know, cleaned the litter, gave them food, played with them. She was sending me pictures because probably I'm smelling the same as my mom. Yeah. Okay, Royal Talents Van Gogh watercolors. Yes, Royal Talents Van Gogh. Some people, okay, this is what I noticed. In the Netherlands is the Royal Talents Van Gogh, but in other countries they're Rembrandt brand, because I think they're not allowed to have the Van Gogh brand in other countries other than here. So in here it's the dusk ones, but like if you buy them in the UK and so on, there might be a slightly different brand, and it's okay, it's the same colors, I'm pretty sure. It's just the name that changes because they're not allowed to use the same name everywhere, kind of nonsense like that. So yeah. Ooh, that one I want to do blue, and this one I want to do with a nice pink from Rembrandt. There's a nice dusk pink, since this is a tiny one. And then we're gonna go with different colors and make. Oh, look how dark this one. You might think, okay, what is this, black? No, it's actually pink. It's very dark. When I'm gonna put water on top of it, you're gonna see it, how it's gonna look like. It's gonna look really nice, but it's very concentrated. So beautiful colors. They're very cheap. I bought them for €2 a tube. It's like only €2 a tube, and people are like, how come? Probably because the entire line, the Talents usually made. Talents was actually my first watercolor, set. I still have it. It's wonderful. It's a student grade watercolor, so it was kind of cheap when I bought it. Not as cheap as some other watercolors, but it was like €30 for 12, which is pretty cheap in my book, I would say. They make usually student grade watercolors, right? So student grade usually are cheaper. Okay, so don't stress if you don't know why they are cheaper. Student grade, but it doesn't matter. I like the granulation, and I like using them. I'm gonna do yellow in the middle. Okay. It's okay. I'm gonna bring the whites back with a white gel pen. What did I buy some more? Oh yeah, just before I went on holiday. And by the way, no, I didn't buy anything from Edinburgh. I bought a lot of things. I bought lots of books. I'm gonna show. One of the nicest books is this one. This is like botanical curses and poisons. So it's about flowers. I really like the cover. It's about flowers, and it has lots of drawings of flowers and what are their properties, medicinal or not. So I bought lots of books like that about flowers, with flowers. So that's kind of what I came with from Edinburgh. And I didn't buy any art supplies. Why? Because I kind of can buy anything in the Netherlands anyway. It makes no sense to do it, and I am buying anyway. But there's a new arches block that came. I actually wanted to show you guys. I just need to let these ones dry a little bit, and I need to start doing. Let me do the blue one, and then I'll show you the arches block. It's a new travel arches block, which is really nice. That's what I was drawing into just before the live stream. I'm going to do the November sky on this one, and then I'm gonna do the burned blue. I also have gothic blue, but burned blue is nice. So if you don't know, November sky is this one. It's really nice dark blue, and it's pretty opaque. By the way, this is a handmade watercolor. Handmade watercolors, not all that transparent, but it's okay. I bought them for the colors, not for the transparency, and they are light fast and all that, so I don't mind. And I did a good choice to actually have this, the number 4. It's really nice. And now I'm just gonna try it a little bit. The burnt blue is a bit different blue. Yeah, I think I just need to do it once it's all dry. It's okay. We will survive. Hey, the two colors are mixing with each other. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What did I do? Paper towel always at the ready. Because this is... It's okay if they mix a little bit, right? Makes the shadows there nice. Okay. So, I bought some children's books from Edinburgh. I'll show you at the end of this live stream all the cool stuff I bought. So, and by the way, now it's raining. It's amazing. But it's still sunny outside. The sun is shining. I'm looking out and it's raining. It was kind of similar in Edinburgh. The weather was just crazy. It was 5 minutes was raining and then it was sunny and then it was raining again the next 5 minutes, and then yeah, it was just a crazy weather. Luckily we had the umbrellas with us, so we didn't suffer too much. It was okay, but it was really nice. Man, that city, I cannot express how beautiful the city is. It's really nice. So yep. Okay. So I bought children's books. I'm gonna bring the white back. It's very hard to keep the white. I don't know why I always try. Maybe I'm always trying an exercise in watercolor control. The food was amazing. The food in there was more like, you know, when you had home cooked food kind of style. Yeah, this is what the home cooked food style was in Edinburgh. And we had, what else? I didn't know they were so close to the sea. We had some amazing views. We went up in the on some hills that they have there, and we were seeing everything. It was really nice. I didn't go to the Arthur Seat, which is like it's kind of a mountain that you go there. Why my foot still hurts. My ankle is still pretty broken, and it was pretty hard to walk in the city anyway. You might wonder why. The city is on really hills, so you go up and down. There's about 5 or 6 levels into the city, and you wonder what are the 5, 6 levels of houses, because it's like from down below to up. And yeah, it's pretty unique, I would say. Pretty nice also. Some I can see why people are saying that Edinburgh was the city that kind of inspired Harry Potter, because it's really magical. They also had lots of Harry Potter shops. We bought quite some Harry Potter stuff. Again, like I didn't have enough Harry Potter. I didn't buy everything because I have a lot of Harry Potter things. Anyway, I bought some stickers and whatnot. I didn't want to buy any wands anymore because I have a lot of wands. But yeah, some of the books I bought were from the Harry Potter shop, but not necessarily about Harry Potter. But I like the style and the drawings. So basically I went for all the books that had nice drawings that I could take inspiration from. And yeah. It's really nice when it's raining. I was not expecting that rain today. I didn't go out, by the way. In the last few days since I arrived, I've been very tired. So I've only slept. That kind of tells you a little bit of how exhausted I am. But don't worry. I have something called Dark Twilight. I think I'm gonna use for that one. So I'm using this Hessen Red for this one, and I'm using the Dark Twilight. I'm gonna use on this one. It's gonna be nice. So I'm adding the people in there were amazing. I want to say everywhere we went, we were just browsing around and making pictures like crazy. Especially pictures of flowers. We were in the gardens. There are some gardens in there, some really nice gardens, and we did quite some pictures because I was like, oh, flowers inspiration. I want to draw some flowers. And then there was, for example, there was this lady. She was doing the gardens. She was like, how do you say, garden keeper kind of thingy. She was in there. And then she saw us taking pictures, and then she came to tell us, okay, that's not a fuchsia, that is kind of from the family of rhododendrons. And then she took us to the whole history of almost all the flowers there in that garden. And then she was telling us also about the statues and so on. Like, she didn't have to. She was just there to clean up the garden. I was so surprised by how nice they were. They were asking, why are you taking, pictures of the flowers? And then I show her, like, well, because I do like flower illustrations. And then she started going into this kind of thing, like, oh, okay, flowers, this is this flower, and this grows like this, and this is what it means. And then she was telling us about the history of the place, of the how women were treated before, and how some of the statues were done by very famous women, and that were then later they tried to hang them for how do you call that, witchcraft. And so it was very funny stories. And then we had another guy. He was really old, and he was in one of the churches, because we've been to some of the churches to visit and to make pictures, and the churches have nice cemeteries outside, and the cemeteries I like because they're full of flowers. So we were making pictures and videos and flowers and stuff. And the guy just started like, where are you from? We were like, we're from the Netherlands. And then he started telling us everything about the history of the place. And, took us to inside and showed us, like, okay, this is where the altar where Agatha Christie got married, and all of that stuff was so cool. Like, genuine, awesome people. I would have to say. Don't want to upset anybody, but it's a very big difference from London. Very big difference from when we are there in terms of help and in terms of anything you need. Even at the bars we were going, people were just giving us ideas where to go next and saying like, okay, if you want to save some money, you should go to this and this place because they're really cheap food but really good food. That's where the locals go, but it's hidden, you know. So really nice, really nice. Yeah, the warmth of the people, I was not expecting that, to be honest. So and they have a very good sense of humor, I would say. I really liked that. They were making quite some funny jokes and making fun of every situation, including rain and all of that. So it was pretty nice. I brought a book with watercolors on castles. So, you know, Scotland is really nice. It has really awesome nature. It has really a lot of castles. And there's this girl, she published a book. She drew all the castles in the area, but in watercolors. And it's so beautiful. I mean, I wish I could do watercolors like that, but maybe when I grow old, I'll be able to. But I bought it because I was like, okay, I just like want to take inspiration from the color palettes and everything. I'm so amazed. And they do put a lot of, to be honest, they put a lot more they put the artists on a little bit on a higher ground than most countries. In most countries, artists are a bit forgotten, but in here, they're not. So they really celebrate them, which I found was really nice. There was some poetry contest and all sorts of cool stuff there, which I guess comes with the territory. We just felt at home a little bit there also because we could understand the language. It was fun. We were just talking that almost every shop in there was looking for people to hire, and we're like, we could just apply. And some people were like, yeah, just come in, we hire you on the spot. You know, to work on the shops and so on. And I was like, okay, that would be one easy way to move to another country and to get a new job. So it definitely will stay in our hearts because it's a really nice one. And we left some stuff that we didn't go to for the next time because we really want to go there. I mean, I per se want to go again, and like I said, because of my leg I couldn't go everywhere. Like I didn't do the there's an underground, like the vaults and the tours, the spooky tours. I mean, okay, I did go to the cemetery by myself, but I didn't do the Let's Chase Ghost tour because that involved a little bit more walking than I could manage. But it was really nice. Gained a few kilos, and that's okay because, you know, we ate a lot, but the food was really good. So yeah, the flowers are nice. It's a nice combination of rock and everything. The castle is nice. All castles there are nice. They're really cool. It's definitely a cool place to, like I said, what it did to me is it made I was a little bit in a downturn with my inspiration, with what I want to do with my art, and that coupled with really tiredness, that wasn't a very good thing. But yeah, I would say it really helped. Now the question is, what should I do for this one? I'll do this one. I have a small dot. By the way, I put also all my dots of color on this one. This is a sparkly one. So, is it a good place to retire? Yes, it's a very good place to retire. The prices are pretty similar to the Netherlands. So, don't think it will be cheaper or anything. But yeah, the way I'm doing here, notice this, I put the red in and then I come with water and I diffuse the margins. So it's not a harsh margin, but it's really concentrated red here, which is nice. Because I want to do the corners really concentrated. They need to be super red. Okay. Definitely, I wanted to, one thing I wanted to do is open my own shop, like those, the girls that were working there with the, at the cauldron, where you do the spells and you do your cocktails and so on. And I was like, oh, I wish I could open my own. You know, I would gladly give up my job right now if I would have that kind of bar here. Never worked in a bar, probably. I'm probably having a romanticized view of what it means to work there, but I had so much fun that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go there. So the goal will be for us to retire somewhere there. Wow, really cool, really awesome colors, I would say. I'm gonna use a little bit more of this burnt blue some places where I think it should be a bit more. Maybe as final part of this awesome one is gonna be finalizing the designs that I wanted to draw on the new block, and then that would be cool. I'm really deepening the colors. I am done being afraid of the colors. So more of the dark blue. Cool. And yes, we did hear the guys doing the how do you call those those people? Notice the tiny one. Notice how beautiful these ones are. I'm going to do some really cool leaves now. This is the dusk yellow. Just look at it. It's not really yellow. Well, it is yellow, but it's more green. Oh yeah, the guys. How do you call those that sing on the bagpipes? Backpack. Thank you, Johan. Thank you. The bagpipe guys were really cool. The songs were really catchy. They were singing everywhere and merrymaking and all that. It was really nice. And the guards at the castle, they were really dressed like like with the kilts and stuff, and it was very windy. I'm not gonna tell you what happened. But let's say that I was really interesting to see what happens when the wind blows a certain way. I am really evil. Nothing happened, by the way. They have stuff underneath, so I can attest to that. You don't see anything. I think they are prepared for the really big winds in there. But yeah. Some of them are really cool. So needless to say, I am going to start doing a little bit more collaborations with my husband. He really liked the city and all the buildings, so I think he wants to do a little bit more urban sketching kind of thing. And I'm going to hop on the bandwagon and I'm going to do all the coloring because I really like that. So we've decided that together we're gonna, enjoy some collaborations. There was this funny dude. I just have to mention him. So there's this dude who was walking around short sleeve, short pants, and really big kind of hat for winter. And he was walking around with 2 bottles of water randomly. We met him in the evening, we met him in the morning. He was just randomly walking around and jumping fences, and then we didn't know what was going on. He was just a bit of a weirdo. Maybe he was just having fun or something, but he was just walking around very suspiciously everywhere. And I was a little bit scared. But, it can happen. It's a big city though, right? It's almost 1 million people city. So I don't think we need to necessarily be all that scared, but yeah. We saw the Scottish Parliament. Was a really funny building. It looked like a prison. And that's saying something, right? Okay. But it was really nice. Lots of shops. quite a bustling city, I would say. I really like it. And that says a lot. I don't like many cities, but this city in particular, I liked it. There's no wind. What we didn't go visit is the National Gallery. Although they had lots of nice paintings, we just didn't have time. Trust me, it can be very, very hard in the city, because the city is on hills, everything is on hills, so you're gonna walk up and down, up and down. That's gonna be very hard on you. And by the way, this is one of my favorite colors, the dusk green from the new Rembrandt talents. This is really nice. Look at this, such a deep green. It's like emerald green, to be honest. This is such a nice green. And by the way, I'm gonna use it from the palette. This is the palette I tried, you know, when I first tried the colors, just before this live stream. I was trying out the colors, and I put the stuff in this ceramic palette. And since I don't like to throw away colors, I'm gonna use every last bit of it until I go, and I'm gonna have to go and clean it. But this is really nice. This is like a blue kind of green. It's a wonderful color. Cannot wait to do an entire background with it. Okay. On the castle, you have to choose a time slot where you go. So my advice is choose around 4 hours before closing. It's gonna be a lot of walking around and a lot of visiting there. If you wanna make pictures and all that stuff, then you're gonna need the time. So trust me, 4 hours should be nice. I think we stayed from 2 to 6 or something similar. So it's quite nice. Okay, now this is really cool. And I think I want to try the middle with some nice yellow. Let's see if that works. Yeah. Maybe I want a darker yellow. Let me see if I have a darker yellow in this palette. No, I don't have a darker yellow. So I need to get my main palette. I think it needs the orange. This one, the quinacridone gold hue. That's the one I'm gonna make. That's the one I'm gonna use. My main palette. By the way, although I have not, I repeat, I have not done any actual art. I have cleaned my palettes and I have changed colors and stuff around. So this is something that I've been doing. Now it looks very clean and very nice, which is okay. So I have changed some things about my main palette. I've killed some colors that I never use, and I put them aside. And then I'm going to do some stuff after it dries. I need to do some darker red here, right? Okay, in the middle. I think it looks amazing, truth be told. A little bit of green here. And now all I need to do is add some of the gel pen and everything. Okay, that's gonna look nice. Okay. Let me take some red to add some dots. This adds really nice dimension to the flowers, in my opinion. So it's always fun to play around with. Yep, that's good. And then I'll do the dark twilight. There, you might be wondering, why did I choose Edinburgh? That's because I have read a lot of books, and a lot of like fantasy books, witches, werewolves, stuff like that, and it all happened to be in Edinburgh. Apparently it is a common city for all supernatural stuff. I did ask the locals, and they haven't noticed anything, or they don't want to tell me where the entrances are towards all this supernatural stuff. But yeah. Dum dum dum. Okay. And now the red. Yeah. Now that looks cool. That looks really cool, to be honest. Okay. Now this one. Oh, it's raining again. Man, what's with the rain? Cool. And that's about it for this one, right? I'm gonna let it aside to dry. Marlena, thank you, Marlena. That's really nice. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna let this one to dry. And I have many more that I wanted to. Okay, let me just close my main palette, put it aside, and I'm gonna show you some books and some stuff. Okay. Okay. So I promised I'll show you what I was doing, what I was playing with. This is my etcher notebook. So this is how it looks like. This is the dusk yellow, and note the granulation on this one. This is the dusk green. This is perfect. Like, look at the, like, there's definitely, you can see it's done with black. The dusk purple and the dusk pink. This was some mica kind of yellow gold that I bought, but you can see how beautifully they look like. The colors, they're just gorgeous. So if you get only these four, the dusk ones, you're all set for everything that you do, right? And of course I was just playing around with this. I'll show you some other time. This is the one I said. This is a really nice one, and it's a travel journal, travel 15 by 25 or 6 by 10 inches. It's really perfect size. It's not a block, so it's arches, but it's like this. And this is what I was drawing. Was trying to make some nice moon shaped stuff, because I really wanna do some coasters. So these are gonna be some 2 new coaster designs that I'm making. And then this is the book that I really liked and I bought. It's called Botanica Curses and Potions. And okay, the inside is really nice, but there's a lot to say, and there's a lot of drawings of plants. It's only black and white. It doesn't matter for me because I really like to have a story. If I'm going to decide to paint something, right, a flower, I would like to know the story behind it. Right, like cherry, laurel, prunus, right, and then I want to know what the story behind it is, right? And these flowers, for example, I don't mind that they're black and white. I'll just come up with the colors myself, but it's really nice. So this is a really cool book. How much did it cost me? £13. It's not that much, right? So it's really nice. It's a really nice book. I got some other books. Let me see if I can get them. Okay. This is a book about Scottish beasts. So, you know, Scotland has a lot of folklore. So these are the stuff that are in the folklore. It's drawings, right? Like dwarves, kelpies, fairies, so all the monsters, right? Morag of Mordhogbar, Hogboy, the brownie. And I found it very inspirational. First of all, because if I ever want to draw it, I want to know the stories behind it. And then I can get inspiration from this one. So that's why I bought it. I think it was £8, this one. And then I had some really nice children's books. Like, for example, this one, The Tale of Tamlin. It's a tale of a knight that gets stolen by a fairy queen and this girl that saves him. And it's a very short story, but the drawings are just amazing. So I thought you know what, I'm just going to look at it and try to learn some stuff, right? Not sure if they're done with watercolor. They look like they're done with watercolor, but anyway, I liked it. I really liked it. So yeah, this kind of stuff I bought from Edinburgh, and they're really nice. I really like this painting. The colors of the leaves, man, they're really nice. They really go well together, and I think I'm liking this one. It's really muted, which is good. Really nice design. Okay, that was kind of it for tonight. I know that I started about half an hour earlier than normal, but I hope that you have stayed with me till the end, and I hope that you enjoy it. It was really fun, and it's really good to be back. It's really good to do this kind of tests, and to start doing it. I'm going to start trying to paint more often and stick to a schedule, because it really gives me energy. Okay, but thank you so much, and I really recommend whoever wants to go to Edinburgh to go there, because it's really nice. Yeah, see you around. Bye.